can get all that. So this will be at the end of the midterm. And then you will get the syntax for creating arrays, things like that, okay? And then finally you get the IO module methods that you have been using, and then you will get the string methods. So what string methods do you get? You get the char add, compare to, case, concatenation or addition, ends with another string, equals to another string, equals, no case to another string, indexed of to another string, and so on. Okay? So there are a whole bunch of methods that you're getting that should be enough to do the test. Okay? And I also made a review sheet, which is not just done for my class, but I made the review sheet for the entire all of the students who are taking this. This will be available. I don't know if it's available yet, but it will be available on Piazza or something fairly soon. So this review sheet has some questions on arrays. It has some questions on strings. I will do some of them today. Okay. And then it has some questions on reversing a number-like thing. You know, if you're given 1, 2, 3, I want this function to reverse it and send 3 to 1. Okay. And potential gene. This is kind of looking for this is a kind of a real problem actually. If you're looking for a gene, gene is in fact, this is real, I didn't make it up. A gene usually starts with the letters ATG and ends with TAG. So whatever in between is the gene, sort of, you know, this is the one prefix and the gene and the postfix. Okay? So for example, you know, if you're doing gene encoding, you can look for something, replace that sort of thing, right? So once you learn these kind of string methods, then you learn a lot of things about how to work with genes and all that. So this one is kind of like, you know, how many operations, because you have a for loop and a while loop. It says, okay, what does it do? You know, how many times it's going to run. So I have a bunch of questions. I also have bugs, okay? So all these programs, I have bugs. Intentionally, I've introduced bugs into them so that you can find them. They are subtle bugs, but knowing how to find them is important. And then obviously recursion, right? Recursion, there will be problems on recursion. We'll do some of that in class. And processing strings, you know, again, given a piece of code, you're trying to figure out what the code does. So you will have this available to you. And then finally, I think I have the object-oriented programming, which is sort of like, you know, how do you design a tic-tac-toe class, something like that. So this test will have recursion, array, strings, object-oriented programming, mix of all of those things. Arrays can be double arrays. Okay, so keep looking at the Piazza to see if we exclude double arrays or the two-dimensional arrays. Yeah.
So is this the same difficulty as the midterm or easier?
This is a little bit harder than the midterm, I think. Yeah. I always give you, you know, it's good to do a harder one, right? Because there's no pressure. Right? Do it, but you know, when you spend, I'm not going to post the solution until about maybe Friday or Saturday. So I'd like you to not look at the solution before you give a reasonable attempt to complete this, because it's for you. Yeah, if you just look at the solution and try to remember the solution, you're not going to learn anything. Okay? You have to struggle here. What do you think? Yeah, I think you might have gone, right? Something. Yes. Yeah, I know. Why it's really not. I'm glad I don't have to proctor it. You guys have to take it, but I don't have to proctor it. It's too bad. But see, you always do it.
Do you know where the makeup location is by any chance?
I don't know. I think you should look in the announcements or call, you know, send email to Anna and she can respond. Okay. So the you know, this test is also important, right? That's like, is it 10% or something of your grade?
Somebody posed your question.
Right? So, you know, you should really
Because that's very annoying.
you should really study and do things and see if you can get a good grade.
It's like a settings for your
So let me just do a few problems, and let me just get you to think about a few problems. And you know, it's like hopefully Okay. So take a piece of paper. I want you to kind of be active because I see some of you are talking that you have nothing else to do, right? During the class, you should not be talking about other things. You should be talking about things related to the class. So take a piece of paper and see if you can do the first problem. Given a string, find the index of the pattern P. Okay, so in fact, of course, you have the reference sheet, right? So I didn't show you that. I think I showed you that, but I will answer this question, and then we will try to build on this. Okay. So what you can do is that if you have a string, if you call the method index of, okay, with another string, in this case I say pattern PD, right? What it returns is where the P starts, it returns an integer, okay, to show you where the P starts. For example, if you have like A, C, C, A, C, C, A, G, T, A, A, C, C, something like that, you can say, look for the pattern AGT. Okay, so you can look for the pattern AGT. In this case, it will return what? What is the integer it will return in this case? This is the pattern.
4.
4, okay. So it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will return the integer 4 in this example. Okay? So that's good, right? But if the pattern doesn't exist, then it will return -1. So if you don't find the pattern in the string, it will return -1. All right, so you can see if the pattern exists or not. The second problem. Okay, you guys taking a piece of paper and trying to make an attempt to write a recursive function that finds the number of times the pattern P appears in S. Right? You want to find you have a S, so in this case, it could be something like this. So here's the S, but the S has this pattern P a few times, right? Or you may not have the pattern P at all. That's okay too, right? In that case, you will return -1. So what's your recursion here? How do we write this recursive function? So let's think about recursion. Okay, what do we mean by recursion? Right? Recursion means that let me find the first pattern. Okay, let me find the first pattern. Then my count is 1. If I find the first pattern, right? Once I find the first pattern, then I can look at the substring and do the same thing again, right? Look for the next pattern, and I will add 1 to it, and so on. All right? So how does a function may look like here? Let's write it, okay? Call it the second midterm. All right, so let's write a function called public static, because it's going to return an integer, right? Find patterns. It's called find pattern count, and it's given a string S and a pattern P. So what I'm going to do is to look for the how many times the pattern P appears in string S. Okay, what's the base case? Well, let's deal with the event that the pattern is not there. Right. So how do I know that? If I say S index of P. All right. So how do I know it's not there? It equal to -1, then what should I return? If the pattern is not there, how many counts are there, right? 0. Right? If the pattern is not there, let's deal with it.
Find the pattern.
Okay? And otherwise, we think the pattern is there, otherwise we would have returned here, right?
Start with a find the pattern.
So we have to
Yeah,
now
just
find
instead
the,
of calling it true.
okay.
Oh.
So otherwise, what we're
Are
going
you
to do
using
is
Eclipse?
return,
Oh,
right,
I think
1 plus,
it's much
because
better
if
than using,
this is not true, if this is like some positive number, then you have at least 1, right? And then I have to